Hi, this is Sean's Mandarin Chinese. Many people struggle with the second and third tones in Chinese as foreign language learners. One of the struggles that we have is how to distinguish these two tones from each other. So this video gives a couple of hints that can hopefully help out in this process. Firstly, in many diagrams, the second and third tone are often represented by something looking like this. The second tone is a rising tone that only rises, and the third tone is often described as a falling and then rising tone. Now, if you review some other Chinese lessons, some people will explain to you that the third tone actually has two acceptable pronunciations, and I'll deal with that in a second here. So, speaking about the third tone, firstly, it kind of has these two appropriate pronunciations. I'll call the one emphatic and the other non-emphatic. Some other teachers sometimes call it the full third tone for emphatic and the half third tone. What does that mean? I'll illustrate this with an example. Emphatic in the word xiang, which means to think or to miss, it sounds like this. Xiang. Xiang. It's very explicit that I've gone down and then up. Xiang. But the non-emphatic version is actually a softer sound, more like this. Xiang. Xiang. It's kind of a gentle croak in your throat, in a sense. So the analogy that I like to draw to understand the pronunciation of these two is, the first one is kind of like a child who is throwing a tantrum because their mom is not giving them what they want, and they'll say, "Mom, Mom." It's kind of like a down and up, "Mom," right? But the second one is more like in those Wild Wild West movies where you have a thick bearded ranger or someone who's sitting in the bar and somebody asks him a question and he wants to give a negative answer. He'll say something like this: "No. No." Do you hear that kind of croaking in your throat? No. Right? So that is the third tone. It's kind of like a croaky or a scratchy sound, right? No or no. Xiang or xiang. As opposed to that, the second tone is a smooth sound, not croaky at all. It's more of a smooth rising like this. Xiang, xiang. So can you hear the difference between xiang and xiang? One is smooth, one is more croaky or rough in the sound. And can you hear the difference between xiang and xiang? Xiang. Xiang. Hopefully this video has helped out in the process of distinguishing these two tones.